approaching 1 minute into the flight.
Endeavour, go at throttle up.
Endeavour's three main engines now back at full throttle, all three engines in good shape. Endeavour's already traveling 1,300 miles per hour at an altitude of 11 miles downrange from the Kennedy Space Center, now 12 miles. At liftoff, Endeavour fully fueled, weighed 4.5 million pounds. It's already lost half that weight in propellant now, burned that weight. Next event is burnout and separation of the twin solid rocket boosters. That upcoming here shortly at the 2-minute 3-second point. Those boosters are burning 11,000 pounds of fuel per second. And standing by for separation of the solid rocket boosters. The onboard guidance system has done its job of settling out any dispersions introduced at booster separation. The orbiter is now traveling 3,200 miles per hour, downrange 50 miles, altitude 37 miles. All systems in good shape. Three good hydraulic systems, auxiliary power units, and fuel cells. The fuel cells providing electrical power to all of the systems. Endeavour can reach a TAL site in the event of a single engine failure. However, all three are in good shape. Space Shuttle Endeavour sailing into fair winds on its final historic voyage. This view looking down the external fuel tank, the orbiter there on the top, as Endeavour continues to power its way into orbit, traveling 4,000 miles per hour, downrange 90 miles, altitude 50 miles. 3 minutes, 15 seconds into the flight.
It's just turned 2 o'clock. You're watching BBC News, and these are live pictures of the US Space Shuttle Endeavour blasting off from the Kennedy Space Center. Its final voyage, which is going to deliver a pioneering physics experiment to the International Space Station. And on board is Mark Kelly, the commander, who's the husband of Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, who you may remember was shot in that shooting at Tucson, Arizona, but has recovered so well, in fact, that she's able to be there at Cape Canaveral to watch this launch. Let's talk to Andy Gallagher, who's in Florida watching it too. And Andy, a really historic day for NASA.
A spectacular sight, Ben. As the Space Shuttle launched, there was a huge roar coming from the crowd here. I can only imagine what the atmosphere is like amongst the 500,000 people that are scattered across the Space Coast. This is really a historic moment. You know, we're getting towards the beginning of the end now. Only one shuttle launch remaining. That's going to be sometime in the summer. We think July, when Space Shuttle Atlantis will go up. And really, that will be the end of 30 years of space history. So it's a moment tinged with sadness, I think. A moment of joy and reflection. But certainly, every time I see these spacecraft go up, it is just simply spectacular. Moments after you see them launch, you feel the air crackle around you. It really is an amazing thing. And then within seconds, it's gone completely. The only shame about today was there was a slightly low cloud cover, so you couldn't see it after a few thousand feet. But nevertheless, it doesn't detract from what is a spectacular sight.
Yeah, and as you say, really all has gone pretty smoothly.
It has. I mean, 2 weeks ago I was here, and a couple of hours before the launch was due to go ahead, it was called off. There was a technical problem with a heater on board. That's part of the course. These launches are all about safety. In fact, they replace the heat